Dear friends, in the last video, we just looked into differences between unitary constitution and federal constitution. But in this video, we will try to find out differences between USA federalism and Indian federalism. So here USA and India both are example for federal states, federal countries. So it comes to the differences. Before going to know about differences, we must know about what is federalism. Federalism, or in a federal constitution, we have governments at the center and as well as state. You mean that dual polity existed in this federalism or federal constitution. You mean we have governments at the center and as well as state in a federal state. So and governments are two governments are there, and even they got their own divided powers. So here USA and India both are example for federal countries. You mean that there is a government at the center and there is a government at the state. It comes to the difference between USA federalism and Indian federalism. First of all, first point, look at this point. Dual polity with dual citizenship. Dual polity with dual citizenship. You mean that dual polity already you know very well. You mean government at the center and as well as at the state. Government at the center and government at the state. Even in India also we can see government at the center and government at the state. Example you take, Modi is ruling entire country, and it comes to Indian state like state Telangana, KCR ruling the state. We have governments at the center, at the state. Throughout the nation is being ruled by particular government. A particular state is being ruled by a particular party or a person, right? But it comes to USA, both dual polity here and there, dual polity is there. But in USA, dual citizenship is there. Dual citizenship, and you mean that the people who are there in a particular state, they say that I am the citizen of X state, a particular state. That dual citizenship, they are the citizen of a particular state, and again they can say that I am the citizen of the country later. Here they give priority for the state. You mean that I am the citizen of Washington DC, I am the citizen of a particular state. Later they say that I am the citizen of USA. But it comes to India, we have single citizenship. You mean we are the citizens of India. We cannot say that I am the citizen of Telangana and no. We single citizenship. Here it is dual citizenship. Why this difference that is given? So in India, even though we formed a federal constitution, federal and unitary constitution, to bring unity or integrity or kind of strong bonds among the people, these kind of new aspects are added to the constitution. And you mean that whatever the decision we are taking, I think that should not be disturbed. That should not disturb the unity integrity of the people. That is the first one. Second difference is diversity in laws. Diversity in laws in the sense, whatever the civil laws, criminal laws, whatever the laws are there in the country. Example, you take in a country there are 20 states. 20 different laws will be. Example, in USA there are 51 states. Every state and their laws are different to the another state. Laws of central government, laws of state governments are different. The difference that is there in every matter, you take diversity, you take property rights, you take taxes, you take measurements, you take weights, you take whatever aspect is there, weights and everything. The different laws can be seen in USA. But both are federal states, federal countries, but Laws are different. Example, take a person who is moving from one state to another state. A law that is applicable in a particular state cannot be applicable in another state. And coming to the India, that problem not there. Throughout the country, whatever the state or from which state to which state you are moving, that's not the matter. Common laws, uniformity in laws, common laws, civil, criminal, all laws are common. You mean that a particular law is applicable to the entire country. Whatever the law that is there in Tamil Nadu, that is the same law can be seen in northeastern part of India or northwest part of India, even recently Jammu and Kashmir. So separate laws not there. But here separate laws are there. But here in America, that thing a problem generally taking place. Different laws, these many laws, these many differences can create a problem. So that to avoid this problem in India, we made common laws. We made common laws. Here a kind of a problem a person who is moving from one state to another state won't be. So this is the second difference. Just look at that. Very, very important answer this one. That's why I am writing and giving this entire story. Coming to the dual judiciary. I think you know very well what is judiciary. Judiciary nothing but courts. I think we have three organs. Government, example, legislative organ, executive organ and judiciary. There are three bodies we can find out in the governing the country. One is a legislative organ, second one is executive organ, third one is judiciary. Judiciary, nothing but all the courts collectively known as judiciary. It can look up to the states and central government, whether they are ruling according to the constitution or not. Whatever the state going against the constitution will be that such laws can be cancelled by the judiciary. Judiciary like a watchdog of the country. Watchdog of the country, watchdog of the laws, watchdog of the constitution. So judiciary here in USA, separate judiciary. State will have its own judiciary. You mean that its own courts, and central also will have its own courts. Here no one is dominant. Both are independent. One judgment that is there, that is given by a particular high court in a state court, cannot appeal to the national wide court. You mean that judgment different states with different judgments and their judgments are final. State judgment which is given at the state level is final. So, but it comes to India, that problem that is not there. Single and integrated judiciary. Integrated, the word is to be taken. Single and integrated judiciary. Throughout the country, single judiciary. You mean that all the courts at district level, state level, working under Supreme Court. సో ఇంటిగ్రేటెడ్ అన్నీ కలిసే పనిచేస్తాయి. ఒక కోర్టులో తీర్పు వస్తే డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ లెవెల్లో అది హైకోర్టుకి వెళ్ళచ్చు. హైకోర్టుకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత తీర్పు వచ్చిన తర్వాత అది సుప్రీంకోర్టులో కూడా వెళ్ళచ్చు. ద జడ్జ్మెంట్ దట్ ఇస్ గివెన్ బై ద సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ విల్ బి ఆల్వేస్ ఫైనల్ వన్. సో ఇదేంటంటే మనకు వాట్ ఆర్ ద కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఈస్ దేర్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. Different courts will give different judgments, right? In this, the kind of chaos will be created, kind of problem will be created, kind of confusion, kind of delay in laws, kind of. So it will be always difficult in every area, every matter. So to avoid this one, integrated final court is there, highest court is there. We call apex court, that is Supreme Court. The judgment given by Supreme Court will be always final one. Different states will come out with different judgments, you mean that high courts, but the final judgment will be given by Supreme Court. This is also one of the major factor to avoid kind of disunity, disintegration and all the things. So this is third very very important. We have courts at the state level, we have courts at the central level. And coming to the diversity of services, this point is to be taken. Diversity of services. State government, whatever services required to the state government, it can recruit the members, state government. And central government, whatever the services required for central government, it can so it can create its own services. So talking about this diversity of services, example take IAS, IPS and all. Such common services won't be in USA. You mean స్టేట్కి ఎవరైతే సర్వీస్ అధికారులు కావాలో స్టేటే నియమించుకుంటుంది, సెంట్రల్కి ఎవరైతే అధికారులు కావాలో సెంట్రల్ నియమించుకుంటుంది. ఇక్కడ సెంట్రల్ నియమించి స్టేట్కి ఇచ్చేటటువంటి అధికారులు ఉండరు. అదే మనం వెన్ యూ కమింగ్ టు ది ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, కామన్ సర్వీసెస్ ఐఏఎస్, ఐపీఎస్, ఐఎఫ్ఎస్ అండ్ ఆల్ సర్వీసెస్, all civil services are recruited by the central government and given to the state government. State governments की state level లో state public service commission is established. Central level we have union public service commission. Union UPSC we call UPSC, union public service commission ani we have central level at a particular commission. This UPS union public service commission can appoint all the officials at highest level, that is at IAS, IPS, IFS and all, and these are all officials given to state governments. Common services are made to bring unity among the nation, among the states, to bring a similar administration, to bring a common administration here, but that won't be in USA. Administration is different, state administration is different and central government administration is different. Central government officials are different and state government officials are different. State government officials cannot work under central government. Whereas it comes to India, central government can appoint certain officials like IAS, IPS and all, and that those officials working under state government. So here there is a kind of combination, coordination, cooperation. That's why Indian federalism is called as cooperative federalism. Here state and center can cooperate with each other, can work, and then finally they can rule. But at same time, state and central, they will have their own independent status. They can rule, but at same time, kind of cooperation, kind of collectiveness, a kind of unity can be seen in India. So that these are the four major differences you can find between the Indian federalism and American federalism. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet. Whatever that problem that is there regarding this, you can contact me offline or online. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet.